Hello BookTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my belated birthday book haul that I mentioned in my previous video. These are books that I've been purchasing over the past couple of weeks leading up to my birthday, which was Monday, and I had planned on filming this haul on that day, but chaos ensued, lots of things to do around the house, so I didn't get to it. So hence the belated birthday book haul today. Not a whole lot of them, but just something I just want to share with you. I've got a little bit of cozies and a little bit of spookiness to share. So the first one up is one I actually got in the clearance department at work, and it is a cozy mystery entitled A Beeline to Murder by Mira Lester. First in a series, and I saw a dog on there, so I snatched it up. It says it's a Henny Penny Farmette mystery, a lady cop turned farmer. So thought I'd check it out. I'll go ahead and read the synopsis for you. It says ex-cop Abigail McKenzie has started a second career as a farmer, raising chickens, keeping bees, and growing heirloom vegetables on her farmette in the Bay Area. Abby has a peaceful life, yet trouble just seems to make a beeline for her. I love a good pun. When Abby attempts to deliver her artisanal honey to local pastry chef Jean-Louis Bonnard and finds him dead in his shop, her investigative instincts kick in. After the chef's handsome brother insists on hiring Abby to find out who killed Jean-Louis, she must sort through a swarm of suspects. Okay, but as she closes in on the truth, she'll need more than her beekeeper suit to protect her from a killer's sting. Sorry, I can't help myself. Like I said, I love a good pun. I love the titles of these things too. But yeah, I hadn't heard of this one before. Saw a dog on the cover, like rural scene, cozy. Sounds good. I'll give it a try, but I won't be allergic to it. Next up, if you know me, you remember my dog Skippy. I snatched this up mainly because of the little Shih Tzu on the cover, right there. Anyway, this is called "Be Careful What You Wish For" by Dawn Eastman. And this is a family fortune mystery. It's not the first in the series. I'm not sure how far down it is. But again, I got it off the clearance section, and I thought I'd give it a shot again, just because there's a Shih Tzu there. It says, leaving a traumatic police career behind. Well, everyone's giving up being a police officer. That's a strange coincidence. Okay, anyway, leaving a traumatic police career behind, Clyde Fortune has returned to her seemingly quiet hometown of Crystal Haven, Michigan. In spite of the psychic powers of its residents, there's no telling what trouble is brewing in this burg. The highlight of the Fall Festival is Crystal Haven. The highlight of the Fall Festival in Crystal Haven is a bonfire with the witch's cauldron resting over it. Clyde's best friend, Deanna, leads a ritual to divine the future, but it seems no one foresees that one of their own will drop dead or that Diana will be a suspect. Clyde, which is a strange name for a female cop. But anyway, Clyde already has her hands full with her eccentric family, runaway nephew, and burgeoning secret romance with a hunky homicide detective. But after another coven member is attacked, Clyde suspects there's a witch hunt afoot and focuses her psychic and sleuthing skills to clear her friend's name and catch a killer. Yeah, I don't know how good these... I've seen a couple like paranormal cozy mysteries, but I've usually kind of just passed on them for some reason, which I don't know, because you think the paranormal aspect would kind of appeal to me. But yeah, this one, I love the cover too. I just love the house in the background. It's quite beautiful. Like one of those painted ladies, I think they call them. And of course, there's another dog over here too. But that one won it. That one won me over. So I thought I'd give it a try. Kooky small town filled with eccentric characters. Usually exactly what I'm witching for. So we'll see if it turns out pretty good. The next two are sequels to one I had recently finished. I'd shared this one with you guys before, and Then There Were Crumbs by Eve Calder. That was the first in the series, a Cookie House mystery series with this dog Oliver. This series is about Kate McGuire. She was worked in a restaurant in Manhattan, lost her job, decided this was the time to kind of go for a new start. She always wanted to move to Coral Cay, like a small, described as a small like island town, an island town in Florida. Just a quaint little town. So it just looked really beautiful, everything. So she decides to move there, and she's going for like one job opening that doesn't really suit her, but it's the only thing available until she gets there and finds out that there isn't actually a help wanted sign at this place called the Cookie House. There she meets the owner, Sam Hepplewhite. He's a bit of a grump. He's kind of, not too recently, but fairly recently widowed, and his wife is the one who made all like the cookies in the place. So there's actually not any cookies any longer at the cookie house. It's just kind of a bakery, and it's known for like the sourdough breads and things like that he makes. But she eventually convinces him to hire her, even though he won't let her in the kitchen at first. It's like just someone to run the front of the shop, and deal with the customers. He doesn't want to even have to deal with that. But then something happens where there's a real estate agent who's been trying to buy up places in Coral Cay, particularly the cookie house. He doesn't want to sell. They've been arguing back and forth, and he gives him some baked goods to kind of get him out of the shop. And later on, the guy turns up dead, and it's believed he is the murderer. And she sets out trying to clear her new boss's name and kind of keep the shop running. And it was really, really delightful. I really loved it. I loved all the people in the town. It just had the perfect cozy feel for it. Made me crave cookies like crazy. And I just love this dog. Oliver's kind of like the town dog. Nobody particularly owns him. No one's been able to. He kind of just does his own thing, visits everybody. Everybody loves him. Everybody takes care of him. And he becomes quite attached to Kate because she's the one who bakes the cookies. But I really, really enjoyed this one. So I was able to track down book 2, which is called Sugar and Vice. There's the cookie shop, and if you see looking in the window, there's our little buddy Oliver again. And then book 3 is A Tale of Two Cookies, again featuring Oliver. Just makes you want to grab some chocolate chip cookies. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading these because I thoroughly enjoyed that other one, and I'm hoping to see where the series continues. Continuing with the cozy theme, I have another one, which is I read one by this author before in this series. It's a Death by Chocolate mystery series by Sarah Graves. And I previously read Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake. I remember enjoying that one quite a bit. And this one is Death by Chocolate Frosted Donut. I am going to be like packing on the pounds if I don't watch it while I'm reading all these things. But yeah, just the cover just grabbed my attention. So just to give you a synopsis, this one, it says bake shop owners Jake Tiptree and her best friend Ellie White expect they'll be busy baking up a storm when a pirate festival blows into town, not marooned in a new investigation. And it's funny because I read the very first words as "Ahoy, matey!" And if you know anything about September 19th, which happens to be my birthday, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So there's a weird coincidence for you. Anyway, it says, more puns here. Everything is shipshape at Jake and Ellie's new waterfront bakery, the Chocolate Mousse, especially now that the annual Pirate Festival is dropping anchor in their quaint island village of Eastport, Maine. Jake and Ellie are ready for the bounty of tourists sure to flood their shop, but their plans quickly sink when the body of celebrity foodie Henry Hadley is discovered in the Moose's basement. Jake and Ellie are horrified, but their shock turns to dismay when Jake is pegged for the murder. Now to clear Jake's name and save the shop, Jake and Ellie must swashbuckle down and figure out who among Henry's numerous enemies scuttled him in the cellar. Alas, dead men tell no tales, so Jake and Ellie will have to get to the bottom of the case on their own and find the real killer before anyone else is forced to walk the plank. Includes recipes, etc. But yeah, I remember liking the other one, so looking forward to trying another one of hers. The next two are just sort of horror type or scary type books, and I didn't realize this particular one is actually a sequel, so I will not be able to read it, and I really don't want to read the synopsis of it since it is apparently book 2. But this is another Darcy Coates novel. I've read quite a few of hers. I have several on my Kindle and several physical copies and several I haven't read yet. And in fact, I have one back here. This is The Haunting of Lee Harker. Another one that's not yet read. But this is The House of Secrets, which is apparently the sequel to The House of Shadows. So kind of a skinnier one of hers. Just another haunted house type thing. Apparently there's some sort of monster that attaches, maybe possesses people, from what I just kind of briefly gathered from the back. But that's all I'm going to read since I haven't read book 1, and I don't know if you've read book 1. So anyway, I really, really enjoy her books if you're looking for something good and spooky. And the last one, I definitely a cover by, I've seen it once before, kind of passed on it for some reason, and it came back into the shop, and I bought it this time. This is the Supernatural Enhancements by Edgar Cantero. Just an amazing cover. In the back there, just absolutely beautiful. And around the edges of the book, there's a series of words, and it says the warrior, the watcher, the sage, the genius, the wizard, the nobleman, the mother, the twins, the lover, soul, bones, the phoenix, the oracle, the fortune, the king, the monster, the wolf, the crab, and the juggernaut. Don't know what that's about, but I'm intrigued. On November the 2nd, we landed in Richmond. On the 3rd, we met the lawyer Glew, G-L-E-W. On the 4th, he's driving us in his Mercedes to our new home, about 3 miles from the center of Point Bless. The car takes a right turn down the stem of a T. Then we travel along a gravel driveway that shoves the house deep into the estate, hiding it from the main road. The roadside crop fields have been replaced by untamed woods that might once have been gardens, but then the trees halt well before the building, respecting the vast empty court at whose center sits Axton House, which is probably that enormous place right there. I think I have to read the inside to really give you an idea here. The following collection of documents details the events that occurred at Axton House, 1 Axton Road, Point Bless, Virginia, during the months of November and December of 1995. So as you can see, it's a very epistolary kind of novel. Going on, it says, when 20-something A, dot, that's apparently how they're referring to this person, just A European relative of the prominent Wells family, inherits a beautiful yet eerie estate set deep in the woods of Point Bless, Virginia. It comes as a surprise to everyone, including A himself. After all, he never knew he had a second cousin twice removed in America, much less that his eccentric relative recently committed suicide by jumping out of his 3rd-floor bedroom window, at the same age and in the same way as his father had before him. With his companion, Niam, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Niam, a mute teenage punk girl from Ireland, A arrives in Virginia and quickly comes to feel as if he has inherited much more than a rambling home and an opulent lifestyle. Axton House is haunted. A and Niam know it, but the presence of a ghost is just the first in a series of disturbing secrets they slowly uncover. What led to the suicides? What became of Axton House's butler, who fled shortly after his master died? What lurks in the garden maze, and what does the basement vault keep? Even more troubling, what of the rumors in town about a mysterious yearly gathering at Axton House on the night of the winter solstice? Told vividly through journal entries, cryptic ciphers, recovered security footage, and letters to a distant Aunt Lisa, the supernatural Enhancements is an absorbing, kinetic, and highly original gothic adventure and classic horror story that introduces readers to a deviously sly and powerful new voice. Yeah, so anyway, that sounds absolutely amazing. Seeing as we're heading into autumn and it's just perfect time for that, I think I might hold off for it for maybe a little later in October. But I think I want to get to this sooner rather than later. So anyway, that is my little bit of a book haul. We got the Supernatural Enhancements by Edgar Cantero, House of Secrets by Darcy Coates, unfortunately book 2. Yikes. I got a Death by Chocolate Frosted Donut by Sarah Graves. And we got a Sugar and Vice and A Tale of Two Cookies by Eve Calder in her Cookie House Mystery Series. We've got Be Careful What You Wish For by Dawn Eastman. And A Beeline to Murder by Mira Lester. This is our little book haul pyramid. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have read any of these, let me know. And let me know what you thought about them. But if you didn't like them, just don't go into detail. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Hope you're reading something good. Let me know. Bye-bye.